In this video, we're going to look at how to publish a module to the PowerShell Gallery. It may seem a little intimidating to publish a module up here, but once you've done it once, it's pretty easy. And then pretty much everyone can benefit from the work that you put into that module. So I have created a little module here called Animated Lamp. The reason I called it Animated Lamp is because that's what GitHub had suggested my repository be called. So I actually made an Animated Lamp module. It has a single command line in it, so I need to actually go over to my Animated Lamp repository and import my Animated Lamp module. And now if I do show Animated Lamp, it's going to show this Animated Lamp. Alright, so what I want to do is publish this module, this very, very useful module, up to the PowerShell Gallery. So to do so, what I need to do is actually get an API key from the PowerShell Gallery and then use that with publish module locally. The next step is we'll actually set up a GitHub workflow to publish automatically from GitHub. So I'm going to go to the PowerShell Gallery. In the top right corner here, I want to click my name, API keys, and this is where you can generate new API keys for publishing things up to the PowerShell Gallery. You should treat API keys as passwords. You shouldn't share them about or put them directly into your GitHub repository, because then people can publish things as you. So to create a new API key, I'm going to click this Create button, and I'm going to call this key name Animated Lamp. I'm going to say it expires in 365 days. You can actually do it for a configurable amount of time. Then we need to select the scope. So I'm going to have the push scope, and I want to have push new packages and package version set. You could also have a more limited scope where you only push new package versions. Next, I want to select the packages that I can publish. So I don't actually have Animated Lamp published, so it's not listed in here. But if I were updating an existing package, what I could do is I could actually select one. And if I wanted to like match a bunch of packages, I could have something like PowerShell star, and you can see it selects those three. Or I could just do star and it selects everything. But I'm going to actually use the Animated Lamp glob pattern because I want this key to only work with this module. So I'm going to click Create. And now I've created my Animated Lamp package API key. So I'm going to copy that, and once I navigate away from this page, I won't be able to see that key again. So you'll actually have to regenerate it, which means then you'd have to go in and update any places that you're using it, because it would have invalidated that key. So I'm going to copy that value, and now we're going to publish Animated Lamp up to the PowerShell Gallery. So I'm going to use publish module to do so. I'll make this a little bit bigger, and I'm going to specify the path to my module, and that is going to be Animated Lamp folder here, and then I want to specify the NuGet API key. So this is what the API key looks like. Obviously I'm going to invalidate this after this video, but it's just a string of characters that you can kind of treat as a password. So now when I call publish module, what it's going to do is it's actually going to go communicate with the PowerShell Gallery. It's going to validate that this module is valid, and then it will publish it to the gallery. So you can see here that I didn't get any errors and publish module succeeded. So if I actually come back to the PowerShell Gallery and I click on my name again, I can say manage packages, and you can see I have published packages, and now you can see Animated Lamp has been published. I can actually go click on that, and you can see Animated Lamp is published. Things like the license information and that kind of thing from the module manifest are incorrect. I have to fix that link. I can do that when we update the package. Let's see if the project site link works. Perfect. So I just need to update the license URL. So we'll actually do that, and then we'll publish a new version of the Animated Lamp module, but this time we're going to do it through GitHub. So I can do this manually, like you saw here, but let's actually create a GitHub workflow that allows me to just click a button to publish up to the gallery. So first of all, before I forget, what I'm going to do is update my PSD1 file. So I have set some things in here. You can see I have things like the description set, author set, the function that I'm exporting, and down at the bottom, this is where you'll find the license URI. So I'm actually going to update that with the correct one. I think it was just casing. So now we have the license set. I have a tag set for LAMP, so it's easier to find. And then in order to publish it up to the gallery, what I'm going to have to do is increment the version. So there's lots of ways to do this. You could have this as part of your build process. I personally like to increment it myself because I can make a decision on whether this is a major, minor, or a build revision. So we'll save that, and now I am just going to call update PSD1 here and push that up to the PowerShell Gallery. So next, we want to actually create our GitHub workflow. So what I like to do, this is kind of a preference on my part, is actually create a PowerShell script that's going to be executed by the workflow, rather than putting all the PowerShell script directly in the YAML file. So I'm just going to call this one publish.psd1, and I am going to just call publish module in there. So the idea being is that I'm getting the module path. I'm saying PS script root, which is a script, and then animated lamp to make that module path. And then from there, I'm passing in my NuGet API key. And I'll show you how to set up a secret in a second, and that is going to be coming in as an environment variable, and that's why I'm accessing it like this. So we'll save that. And the next step is to set up the actual YAML workflow. To do so, I'm going to do .github, and then from there I can do workflows, and then you can name your YAML file whatever you like. I'm going to call it publish.yaml, and I've already actually put this together, but I'll show you what these mean, or the different parts of this means. First of all is the name, which is published. That's actually going to be displayed inside GitHub. On is how you trigger this. Workflow dispatch means that I'm manually triggering it. We could also do it on pull requests or just check-ins, that kind of thing. And then from there, it's setting up the job that's going to be run. So we are going to publish this. I'm going to run it on Ubuntu, and I'm going to use the checkout. So you need to include this so that it actually checks out the module. From there, I'm going to have this publish step that calls my publish script in PWSH, and then it's going to pass in my secret. So let's add the workflow and get that added up to GitHub. Oops. Eventually. So we'll sync those two changes up. And now if we actually come back to animated lamp, if we go to actions, now you can see I have my publish action here. It is available in my workflow list. So what I want to do though is I need to set up my API key. So what I can do here is actually set a repository secret. So if you go over to settings, you have the secrets on the bottom here, and then you want to click actions. And I want to manage my secrets. So I am going to actually say new repository secret here. My secret needs to match my environment variable that I'm expecting. So I have API key here, and then I'm going to put the value in here. And I'll show you how to map that into the script in a second. And now this will be available inside my GitHub action. So we'll add that. And now if we go back to the code, I'll just show you how we mapped that secret in there. If we look at our YAML again, you can see this syntax right here is saying set this environment API key to the secrets.api key. So it's actually just mapping that to an environment variable that then will be available inside my publish script. All right, so now let's give it a shot and publish from the GitHub action runner. So we're going to run this on main, and it is actually going to run the workflow. So reload that, and you can see it's actually queued up my publish script right now. And if we click that, we can actually see the output of the script. So it is just waiting for a agent to pick up the job, and now it is running my publish script. Now that the publish has completed correctly, we can actually look at the output. There wasn't really much information shown there, because if you remember, I ran down the command line, I really didn't say anything. But if we go back to the PowerShell Gallery, you can now see that version 0.0.2 has been pretty much published here. And if I actually click the license, remember that was the fix that we made, it's going to take me over to the MIT license page. So I correctly fixed the bug inside the animated lamp module. And now what's cool is let's actually try installing the module from the PowerShell Gallery. So I'm just going to use install module animated lamp. It's going to go out to the PowerShell Gallery. It's going to ask me if I want to trust it, which I will. And I have animated lamp installed, and now I can use show animated lamp directly here, and you can see there's my animated lamp. So I hope this makes you a little more, or makes you feel a little more comfortable pushing something up to the PowerShell Gallery. So this repository is public, and it will be linked in the video description. So if you want to grab what I did and put it into your own repository, feel free.